Tessa from Mama's Geeky here, and welcome to the Mama's Geeky Show. Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of the Mama's Geeky Show. Today I am all about Star Wars. We have Star Wars Day coming up, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. And this is my last show before May the 4th, which is Monday. So I thought it might be a little fun to rank the Star Wars movies. You guys have been asking me for a while to let you know my ranking, my opinions of the Star Wars movies, all of them. And I thought it might be fun to do that for you. But first up, I want to talk a little bit about all the drama that's going on in the movie world right now. Like a ton of drama, you guys. Between AMC Theaters, Regal Theaters, and of course Universal. If you guys haven't heard about this, Universal came out and was talking about how well that Trolls World Tour did. Trolls World Tour apparently made a ton of money. Apparently it made more money than the first Trolls did in theaters after like 3 months. So that means, like, that's crazy. So Universal basically said, wow, we're going to rethink everything going forward. And, we're going to release movies online, like, basically for the foreseeable future is their thought. Well, AMC and Regal didn't take too kindly to that. And they said, well, guess what? Then we're not playing any Universal movies. This is crazy pants. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Why would you do that? It's a lose-lose for both sides of the fence here. I mean, Universal won't have their movies in certain theaters, and everyone else is going to go to other theaters to see those movies. Now, do I believe Trolls World Tour made that much money? Maybe. I mean, this is a different time, and this is something that will never be repeated. People are stuck at home. People are dying for new content. People are looking for things to distract their children. I mean, this is not the normal, right? When things return back to normal, it's going to be different. And I'm sure both sides are going to cave. I don't think this is really, truly what is going to happen. I just found it kind of crazy. And it seemed like a little childhood fight on the playground. Like, get over yourselves, calm down. I like the idea of having a movie being released at home. I love that because especially an adult movie, my husband and I would pay that much to rent a movie that we say we can't get a sitter. We want to see a movie. We can just stay home and rent it and watch it. Sure. But are we going to forgo the theater experience all the time? Heck no, we're not. There's certain movies we would probably go see in theaters, then come home and rent, because there's a lot of movies we go see and we go, oh man, I want to see that again. But I don't want to try to get a sitter and go out and get to the theater and try to see that movie again. So I think there's a good compromise we can have this. But I'm just not sure what it is. But let me tell you, these theaters and Universal, they all need to get over themselves and figure this out. But I'm excited because Scoob is going to be following suit. And that's going to be coming very soon to home. I think it's $20 to rent or $25 to buy. So I know we're planning on buying it. What are you guys going to do? Let me know in the comments. But now, let's get into my ranking of the Star Wars movies. I know you guys have been asking for a long time. So here you go. And I'll explain a little bit here and there, but this might come as a shock to a lot of people. I'm putting Rogue One as my number one, my all-time favorite. I'm going from my favorite to my least favorite, okay? All-time favorite, Rogue One. I mean, you guys, it was so good. And I know it's a standalone movie, but it was I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I really, truly did. And it doesn't have to do 100% with me being a little biased that I was on the Rogue One press event and I got to interview all of the cast. I got to go to Skywalker Ranch and I got to watch Rogue One, part of Rogue One in George Lucas's screening room that had totally nothing to do with it. It's a really good movie. It's a really great movie. It explains a lot. It ties them all together and I really, really love that about it. Next would be Episode 4, A New Hope. I mean, you can't go wrong with the first one. I mean, it's just, it welcomes you into the whole experience of Star Wars. Then it will be Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, because, spoiler guys, I kind of love when Anakin redeems himself. Who doesn't love that when Darth redeems himself? Okay. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, because who doesn't love when he turns to the dark side? When he kills the younglings, like he legit murders younglings. It's amazing. I love that. Then I go to Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Then Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. I know a lot of people didn't like The Rise of Skywalker. I loved it. I thought it was a great ending. I cried and cried and cried and cried. I've seen it several times now, and I still cry every time. Then I go into Solo, and I know a lot of you didn't like Solo, but I really liked Solo, and I'm looking forward to another one. I hope they do another one. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought Lando was amazing, or I shouldn't say, Donald Glover was amazing as Lando. I mean, it was perfect. I thought it was great. Then episode 7, Force Awakens. Then I'm going to go into Clone Wars, which I really do like the cartoon Clone Wars. The movie, I thought it was great. Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Yeah, and we're getting towards the ones now, but let me say this out there. I love every Star Wars movie. There is not a Star Wars movie that I go, I wouldn't watch that if someone was going to put it on. Love Star Wars. But we're getting to the ones. So episode 8, Last Jedi. And then, of course, episode 1, The Phantom Menace. But again, I really, 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 truly enjoy them all. But real quick, without talking, I'll run them down for you. Rogue One, episode 4, episode 6, episode 3, episode 5, episode 9, episode 7, Clone Wars, episode 2, and episode 8 and episode 1. And I know I forgot Solo, but Solo's in there after Rise of Skywalker. But I like them all. I like all the Star Wars movies. I really do. And they're Star Wars. You can't expect everything from the Star Wars movies. Like people say, well, that was predictable. Well, that was silly. Well, that didn't make sense. It's Star Wars. Of course it didn't make sense. It was still good. I mean, do you really think there's battles out in the Star? I mean, I guess there could be battles out there, but... And real quick before I go, I want to take a second to talk to you about The Wretched, which opens tonight. Today, May 1st. You can rent it online, video on demand. Check it out. It's a fantastic horror movie. I have a review up at mamasgeeky.com. I will link it down below if you want to check that out. But seriously, this movie is so good. And it's actually at certain drive-in movie theaters as well. I have them all listed in my review, so you'll have to check that out. But this movie is crazy. It's filled with gore. It's literally about a witch that eats children. I mean, you can't go wrong with like child-eating witches, can you? It's crazy. It's a little predictable. Then it goes totally off the deep end, and there was certain things I had no idea were going to happen. The ending is fantastic. I'm hoping for a second one. So check out The Wretched, video on demand, certain drive-in theaters today. Check it out. I can't even imagine watching it at a drive-in, to be perfectly honest with you. I would be freaking out the whole time, especially because it kind of takes place in the woods and like at a faraway camp, parts of it take place at. So I would be like freaked out the whole time. But it was really good. I got a screener for it and I watched it twice. It was that good. So be sure to check it out. It's not perfect, but it's exactly what you want from a crazy horror movie. That's exactly what you want from it. So check that out, The Wretched. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Mama's Geeky Show. I'm going to be having a contest soon, so stay tuned for details. One of you is going to get to come on with me. I will record us via Skype, and you will get to be a part of the show, talking about perhaps your favorite video game or movie or television series. So I'm just thinking up the rules to that now. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments, or if you're interested. But there is going to be a contest for that soon, and I can't wait. Thanks, guys.